All right. The Community Development Committee for October the 7th, 2019. Call to order, please.
Chairman Moiseo,
Here.
Alderman Seeger,
Here.
Alderman Florian,
Here.
Alderman Kirkwood,
Here.
Alderman Turner.
Here.
Okay, we're all here. Oh, we don't have any minutes, so we don't have to worry about that. New business, oh, excuse me, audience time. Do we want to do that now, or do we want to, well, yeah, we'll do audience time. If anybody that wants to talk about anything on the Community Development Committee. Sure. All right, this Robert Small, resident, 1817 Oakley Avenue. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Yeah, got it.
So I'm up for landmark consideration for my home. I've been through the Historical Preservation Society and another committee, I'm not sure what it is, and I was pretty much just told to come here tonight for approval from you. So what I know about my home, it's was built in 1897. It was built for Robert L. Smart, who, as we found out through the Historical Society, has a huge impact on the beginnings of like the town of not the beginning of the town, but in that era around 1897, 1900s. He was the city sewer commissioner, so he built a lot of sewers, installed sewers, sidewalks. There's plaques all through my neighborhood with like placards with his name on it. I don't know, I think you might have had pictures submitted from the historical, shows him out putting in sewers and stuff. He also was an entrepreneur. He owned the Federal Bakery on Washington Street. And the home is still in its, pretty much its normal, its original state.
Well,
I'm seeking approval for that.
does anybody have any questions? Any aldermen have any questions about this?
No, it's a beautiful home, and I am fully in support of granting historic status to it.
Motion by Alderman Turner, second by Alderman Kirkwood. Any questions on that? Do we roll call on that one?
I don't think we need
All,
it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? There you go.
All right.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Lisa.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next person here is the people that are for the Lotus Suites. Go ahead. Hold on. I doubt you have to come back. You want us, I don't think you need to sit around for that.
Yeah, I mean, you can be, we'll vote on it.
We'll vote on it. I'm assuming that there'd be no opposition. There was 5 yeses here. I doubt that. I'm anticipating a large audience. If you want to be here till 2 a.m. to wait for 9 yeses, you may. I would suggest you go home. I don't anticipate any problem with this.
Give me your proxy, I'll vote for you. Thank you, congratulations.
I'll have them do that. And then we'll present. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Hi there.
Hello.
So my name's Arjun Shah, and this is my mother, Alpana. And we own the hotel at Mid Lane Golf Resort. It's called the Lotus Suites. And we're applying today for a liquor license. Just a little bit about our hotel. We're independently owned and operated. My mom, she's the main owner of the property, and we run it without a franchise. So, you know, we don't have the assistance of a national brand. And given the increase in supply in the area of hotels, we're facing some challenges given the supply and demand metrics of the area. And as well as north of the border in Wisconsin, you have a lot of hotels in Mount Pleasant area that have been built recently. So our revenue has been declining for the last few years, and a lot of our guests, you know, whether we have a banquet space, which is about 50,000 square feet, which is owned by a separate entity, but right next to us. So we're unable to really even get all of their business because their guests want to enjoy a drink or a cocktail or a glass of wine, you know, while celebrating. Or our other guests who are from the Coast Guard, for example, on the weekend, you know, they'd like to have that. So, you know, what we're proposing is that we have a den area with a fireplace and a library in our hotel right beyond the lobby. So we'd like to place a small bar in the alcove area to cater to these guests that we're currently losing. So it's going to be a library type of feel, and we would just, we think it would really help us retain some of that business that we're currently losing and allow us to keep operating our, modest hotel there. So that's kind of where we're at, and it would really help us retain the clients that we've been losing consistently for the last few years.
I sort of went out of order on the agenda here. I'm a little bit all over the place, aren't I?
Yes.
Oops, sorry about that. Well, I had 3 people, all right. This is just for discussion. So let's, okay, let's do this. We'll take the next item, which is B, vote that, and if anybody's got any questions, we can direct it.
We'll come back to this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we took care of A, so item B, motion to amend the Waukegan Code of Ordinances, Section 21-122, limited parking to allow for 2-hour parking, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for Lincoln Avenue and 8th Street. Any questions on that? All right, motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Seeger. Roll call, please. It's an ordinance.
Alderman Florian?
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood?
Aye.
Alderman Turner?
Aye.
Alderman Seeger?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
All right, thank you. All right, now, we heard the gentleman. Does anybody have any questions about this? Alderman Florian.
This is in my ward. I live right around the corner, actually, from your hotel in the same subdivision there. This is sort of this is a difficult question to ask, I guess. So I've gotten a lot of complaints about the banquet facility, having guests outside, having things they aren't supposed to have, basically disturbing the neighborhood. There's houses very close to where your facility is. You guys are towards the front of the lot, and they're more towards the back. But I guess I'm just a little nervous about adding more alcohol to the situation when we've already had some problems there. So can you
Sure.
give me your take on that?
No, and that's a complete fair comment, and we plan to have strategic hours of operation. A lot of our guests are also coming from the hospital, and which is in Zion, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America. So, they're coming with their families, and it's a very family-oriented property that we have and we operate. We don't have people partying. We have very strict rules. We have security people on call at all times. And as the owner, my mom and I are always very accessible to make sure that those types of things are addressed. And we take pride in the type of business that we run, and we have integrity with what we do with our employees. And that also translates to having a very low turnover rate, unlike most hotels. Labor is an issue for most hotels, but we have employees who've been with us for a long time because we treat them well and we train them well in terms of how to deal with guests, because that type of problem will not be tolerated. And I hold myself accountable for that. And moreover, I think that the property itself, ours, where we're going to put the bar is it's faceted inside where you can't hear anything from even the rooms. It's going to be strategically placed within the lobby area. So I totally understand your concern, and I can also help address it with Wedgwood, because we don't own the banquets where this type of disturbance has been caused, but we do operate next door. So if there's anything we can do to pose this conversation, we're willing to make those correct introductions.
Would you be willing to share a number with me that I can contact someone if I get complaints about?
Sure, yes,
Okay,
yes,
all right.
and myself included in that.
Okay.
You can call me personally, and then I can also give you the phone number to the right individuals there. But we're trying to promote a family atmosphere and a place where people can kind of escape. And right now we're unable to do that. And also being secluded is it's a blessing and a curse, because if somebody wants to get a quick bite or a drink, what have you, they're unable to within the area.
I know, I live there.
It's really hurting our business, and we really want to continue. My parents have been doing business in the area for quite some time, you know, since we owned the Super 8 motel, the former Super 8 over, I think we were just mentioning, on Green Bay, which is now, I believe, the Roadway Inn. But we want to continue doing business here, and this will allow us to continue trying.
I would suggest we need to button up the banquet hall a bit. Not, this operation has nothing to do with them.
I've talked to Mr. Pertel about it, and he has been supposedly getting in
Well, we also
contact
need to
with
talk to the police and button that up. You know what my saying is? If you can't run your business, you don't need to be in business. And I don't want that business to affect these people's business, and that's by proximity. And I get your point, Alderman, you don't want to be fielding calls all the time, you know, and I highly doubt that anybody staying at the Lotus Hotel, just take the name, the Lotus Hotel, is going to be, you know, rabble-rousing. I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it. So we need to put the hammer on this banquet facility. We've had problems up there for a long time. It's changed owners. I don't know who owns it now, but we need to put a little of a full-court press on them, because I don't want their business to hurt your business. So this is just for discussion. There'll be no vote today. The next committee meeting, will there be a vote?
Yes, if you elect to move it forward to the November meeting.
Okay, I have no problem with that. Does anybody have a problem with moving it to November? Move it along? Any more questions? Okay. Well, then we'll have a decision for you on November, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you all.
We have, sorry about the confusion and the out of order here, colleagues. Sorry about that. We do? Well, it says discussion only. There's nothing, doesn't have to be a motion to do that.
Next one, you're going to make a motion.
I can't make a,
I mean, it's not going on the general. It's not going
no. I guess, okay, motion by Alderman Florian, second by Alderman Turner to put it on the agenda for November.
Yes.
I've never done that before, but I guess we're doing it now.
Want to know, okay.
It doesn't make a difference to me.
Make the
However,
motion.
we got to do it. All right.
What type of?
Roll call?
Chain liquor license.
Meeting got out of control.
We're going to have a special meeting.
Well, it's going to be on the special list.
Right. Okay. All right. Never mind. Okay. All right. Motion to adjourn by Alderman Florian, second by Alderman Turner. All those in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Thank you.